Hey everybody, check it out. What's up? It's Hercules Porsche's professional intro. Yay!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hercules Porsche here, also known as Gildenlock and other places. I am in a Scotsman suit. Notice it before the change. And this is my first time using a Bond's shotgun. That is me testing it out. As you can see, the audio was a little glitchy. For some reason, you hear the first shot, and then if you're chaining shots, you don't hear the follow-up shots. But that was me literally just testing the weapon. Just to get something out of the way, in yesterday's video I talked about concerns I had that Project Nova's development time might stretch on really long, and less than 24 hours later I've already found something to kind of allay those fears a little bit. Kevil Longstride stumbled onto a CCP jobs page, which says specifically that they are trying to hire a lead engineer, if I'm reading this right, a lead engineer to work on Project Nova. So what that means for us is it gives us a pretty reasonable idea of what Project Nova's development time is. Obviously, if they're hiring something as important as, oh sorry, not a lead engineer, a back-end engineer. Apologies for that. Anyway, if they're hiring someone for a position as important as that, it's reasonable to assume A, Nova is probably not going to be out tomorrow, but B, it certainly probably will not take, the 7 to 10 years that I was paranoid it would somehow, the development time would stretch into. And I mean, like I said, like it's obvious, this is still a project. It hasn't been greenlit. There's always the chance it could be canceled, but it's looking more and more like this Project Nova is making solid, progress, even if they're just the company for whatever reason is really, not talking about it too much. And I found another little bit. Apparently, Bertati responded to a question. I'm still digging into that. So, according to another community member, Bertati did respond to something recently. So, yeah, a couple small signs that Nova is not dead in the water. So that's very reassuring to me. So I apologize to you guys for jumping the gun a little bit yesterday with my concerns, but you know, I'm a little bit of a pessimist. I'm a worst case scenario thinker, obviously. So anyway, there you go. That was my first kill with the Bond's shotgun. It was a close range kill, although a little, on the outside of close range, and that was a one-hit kill. And you're probably gonna see. I'm guessing you're gonna see another Bond's kill soon. Yes, you are. And just 1 second. I actually remember, guys. I haven't seen this footage in ages either. So this is actually, and as you can see there, that was a mid-range kill. Took a couple shots, another close-range kill. So yes. Anyway, now that I got that starting bit out of the way, I can talk about the Bond's shotgun. The Bond's shotgun had a very special place in Dust history. It was, I mean, all shotguns in Dust were pretty powerful at close range, and generally, if someone snuck up on you, even if you were a heavy, if someone snuck up on you with a shotgun in Dust, you were probably not gonna make it. However, the Bond's shotgun was just extra deadly. As you can see, it had the ability to chain shots together in very quick succession, meaning it could, if it had sustained fire on anybody, it could just shred anybody. I mean, even a heavy could be shredded, down in no time whatsoever if you were actually chaining shots together. And it hit from a much, it was effective at we'll call it a significantly higher range than the other shotguns in the game. And all of these things combine together to make the Bond shotgun, I think it's fair to say potentially one of the most feared, whatever, respected, powerful, whatever word you want to assign it, weapons in Dust 514, really. And that guy got away from a few of my shots, but it worked out in the end. So even if you were playing a little bit scrubby, you could still make a Bond shotgun work clearly. So I mean, it was not a obviously it was not a gun we had from the start of the game. There was a whole series of officer weapons that were introduced that as part of a special event, and these officer weapons were actually named after players in the game, and it was based on the amount of kills you earned with that that class of weapon over a weekend. So I'm not gonna name every single officer weapon here, but there was like 3 different officer weapons that were named after Kubo. There was like the Victor's laser rifle, Darth Carbonite, who was also a CPM, had his Darth Scrambler rifle. There was the Calante's assault rifle. I think there were a couple things named Galags. Anyway, that's a pretty good cross section. Like I said, I'm not gonna name every single officer weapon that was named after a player, but and there were some other officer weapons at the start, like that were introduced much earlier in the game that weren't named after players. Anyway, you guys know the history. I don't have to take you through this, right? Who knows? But I think out of all, I mean, yeah, the Bond shotgun was just. It was just a ridiculous. It was definitely held as kind of an overpowered weapon, to be honest. And when I first saw it, I figured, man, this thing's got to be nerfed soon. And it definitely stayed a powerful weapon right up until the end of Dust. I think it did get a very minor nerf, part of the way into the game, but really it stayed a very powerful weapon throughout its entire history in Dust. So yeah, that's anyway. You guys know me. I like to tell you guys stuff that most of you probably already know, but we're remembering the good times. Ah, that's a fun chain. Obviously the shots did a little less damage because they hit the legs, but when you can chain 3 shotgun shots together, you can turn the damage up. So yeah, I think that's all the blabbing I can think to do on the Bond shotgun. I'll let you know if I think of anything else. But I'm just one last thing. So yes, obviously I didn't use the Bond shotgun from the outset because I still had a few things to train. I think I actually started using the Scotsman before I used the Bond's shotgun. So, I don't know. It might seem strange that I didn't prioritize, speccing into one of the game's most powerful weapons as soon as it came out, but I don't know. Those were choices. And obviously, because of the sound glitch, to a certain extent, I guess I'm glad I didn't do that, because I think if I'd had it earlier, maybe it would have taken over Heracles Porsche videos, and then I would have had a bunch of videos where I was using a weapon with glitchy sound. And yeah, actually, I remember remember when I first experienced the glitchy sound, I was actually shocked because the Bond shotgun by that point, by the point I was using it, had definitely been out for quite a few months. It had been very prominent in PC. And I was just shocked that in that whole time of people talking about the Bond shotgun more than any other weapon I can think of, not a single person bothered to mention to me that it actually had glitched audio. It just seemed like, I mean, not an oversight, but it was just weird that nobody had mentioned to it. But yeah, I started playing with that on my own, and found out, sure enough, it had glitched audio. But In spite of that, I still really enjoyed using the Bond's shotgun, even though I know I shouldn't, because it was stupidly overpowered. Stupidly. But, okay, that really is everything I can think of to tell you guys about the Bond's shotgun for now. Anyway, on to the next relevant thing about today's video. I have put this video out on April 1st, so let's just cover how that's relevant, which should be almost not relevant at all, okay? Nobody panic. I haven't, okay, April Fools, I know it's the prank day, but I would never fib about, you know, the Bond's shotgun. I have no reason to lie to you guys about that, okay? So just to be clear, I have not lied about the Bond shotgun. These are all real Bond shotgun facts for you, so you can all, if you had fake fact Bond shotgun fears, let me allay them. Ooh, I miss killing people with remotes. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not planning today as a prank-filled day for you guys, just so you're all aware of that. But I did sort of accidentally maybe prank you twice, and I will explain that. It was an accident. They were accidents. I promise. Okay, first accident, genuine over-the-top accident, is I have a Facebook profile for Heracles Porsche for my gaming, for my gaming. I have Heracles Porsche account on YouTube, and it has April 1st listed as my birthday. I have a shocking revelation for you guys. My actual birthday... Oh, that was a nice mid-range kill. My actual birthday is not April 1st. That was a fib. That was a lie. That was an unintentional deception. And I have some people who, have friended me on my Heracles Porsche Facebook account wishing me happy birthday today. I was like, gotcha. I don't know. But I am actually an April baby. I was actually born in April, but I'm not going to tell you what type of April baby. You'll never know. You'll just have to use your fertile imaginations. Was I a 9th April baby? Was I a 14th April baby? Was I a 29th April baby? I don't know. You'll never know. You'll never know. And somehow you will just have to live with that, guys. Wow, am I at the victory screen already? Wow. Okay, and the other unintentional April Fool's thing today is this isn't footage from exactly a year ago. I'm sorry, guys. It's actually a year and 2 days ago. Oh, that was a good explosion in the victory screen. Anyway. Yeah, so sorry. That was my other unintentional prank. I was gonna put my actual April 1st footage up, but it was another Calmando video, and I didn't want to put two back-to-back Calmando videos. Try and give you guys a little variety. I hope you can appreciate that. Anyway, that's it for my pranks, guys. I should really just be done. Should be done with the April 1st pranking. There's no reason to go on with pranks, with obvious things that are associated with YouTube pranking. But I'm gonna do this. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Oh, I ran out of time.